Marco,
What's up, Julia?
we have some more stuff to talk about.
Well, we decided we're going to talk about some more stuff.
It's true. There were some things that there was a specific thing that you had texted me about.
I saw, Craft Brewers Conference today is Tuesday
Today's the 10th. Yes.
10th of May?
Correct.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And the Craft Brewers Conference was last week in, was it Minnesota? No.
That's our truth.
Minneapolis? I don't know.
One of those M places.
Not sure. I don't remember. I didn't go. So, anyways, I was scrolling through, and I guess some of the people that I follow on the Elon Musk Twitter.
Yeah.
Somebody had liked a comment, and here's the thing: with Twitter, when you like a comment, it's just bookmarking it. Really, I mean, pretty much.
Agreed.
It's not. It could be interpreted as you agree, but it really, all it is you're trying to bookmark it in case you want to go back and look at it.
Right. You're acknowledging it.
I mean, not yes,
more than
exactly.
agreeing, disagreeing, anything like that.
Fix that,
Correct.
Elon. Anyways,
yes.
So I'm not going to call out this person's handle, but it
That's fine.
said, if you went to the Craft Brewers Conference, there's a pretty damn good chance you have COVID. Test yourself and keep others safe. Okay. Congrats to the @Brewers Association for hosting a super spreader event. We couldn't extend the pandemic without you. Okay. So
Sure.
the first part of this tweet is, in my opinion, extremely on point.
Sure.
You know?
I would agree with that.
The last portion of it was the trying to be an asshole.
I know that everybody is tired of the pandemic, and I know that Dr. Fauci, I know that it's been said that we are officially past the detrimental part of the pandemic. COVID still exists, and I don't think there's any argument there. But the questions still remain. What is safe? What is not? And from a brewery, a craft beer perspective, these events, such as the Craft Brewers Association, the World Beer Cup, Great American Beer Fest, all of these big events that have been put off for a year, 2 years, are starting to happen again. And how are the reactions, responses to that when it comes to still acknowledging COVID? Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
Okay, so sure, of course. I mean, when we approach things with a level head and a sensibility, we can have a conversation about things, and that's fine. But when you go ahead and put the last sentence in there like that, what you're doing is you're just being an asshole. The Brewers Association has every right to carry forward with business, and all of the craft breweries have every right to carry forward with business as they see fit.
Correct.
You have 3 Floyds that has not reopened their tap room.
Right.
That's their choice.
Sure.
The Craft Brewers Conference, you don't have to go.
Exactly.
You don't have to go. You can choose not to go. And if you choose to go, you can decide for yourself whether you felt like the protocols were good, not good, could have been better, or whatever. But they don't really have to have any at this point, other than making sure that you're a credentialed member or paid to go.
Right.
So don't be an asshole and say, hey, thanks for putting on a super spreader event. By the way, did you go to the grocery store this week?
Same thing. Right, exactly. And I feel like there is still such a blurry line about what is and isn't okay. I feel like at this point in the entire COVID situation, from 2 years ago through today, all that we can really do right now is either continue to live in a society, an environment where you don't go anywhere, you don't see anyone, you do not do anything.
Didn't work, by the way.
Correct. But again, like you said, it is your choice to go or not go. I feel like and I don't know, I didn't really do a whole lot of research into all of the safety protocols that the Craft Brewers Association convention had, but they had at the very least said we need you to have either proof of a negative COVID test or proof of vaccination.
Okay, that's
if
fine.
You
They didn't even have to do that.
Correct. If you chose to go, if you decided this is important enough to me to where I am willing to be around other people that may or may not have been following whatever safety protocols may or may not have been in their particular area that they lived and worked in, you could wear a mask. You could not go if you're that concerned with it. I feel like at this point it's either you have to make a personal decision for each situation that you're presented with, personal or business. Do I want to go and potentially be around people that may or may not have taken safety precautions up until and up and through this particular event? Or am I just still not entirely sure about it, so I'm just going to stay home?
I totally understand for anybody who wants to take precautions and is taking precautions.
And that's fine, yeah.
You do you.
Absolutely.
But by the way, people can go in and sit down at McDonald's.
Right.
People can go and show up to a professional sporting event.
Correct.
People can go and show up to conventions.
Yeah.
People can go and show up to concerts. And many of them have their own stipulations.
Right.
That's fine too. But look, don't blast the Brewers Association for whatever reason for holding an event.
Correct.
Don't do that. And everybody take your own precautions that you need. I know people who have unfortunately passed away. I know people whose lives have been altered permanently because of COVID. I do not take that lightly. However, we are to the point where, barring any extremities from a medical health perspective, we are going to continue. We need to continue.
Right.
This is important. And trying to stifle progression to just be a loud sounding, nut isn't helping anything.
If you don't like it, don't go. No one's forcing
Don't.
you. Or I mean,
Don't.
and
You don't have to.
you brought up the example of sporting events and concerts. There are people that you see nationally broadcast sports games and all that are in the stands wearing a mask. I mean, you can still
Go ahead.
You can
Do
still
that.
go and enjoy the things you want to enjoy while still being cautious and taking those precautions.
There's a
So
large percentage of people that come into the retail establishment for my full-time job that wear masks, and that's
Sure,
perfectly okay.
sure.
You do you. And by the way, if anybody ever asked me to put one on,
Absolutely,
I would.
hands down.
I absolutely would.
It is the very least that I can do. And there have still been some times where I've gone into places that aren't entirely familiar to me, like I don't go there very often, whatever, to where if they look busy, I'll still put on a mask just because I'm just not familiar with the environment. And it's more to protect those around me than myself necessarily, because
that's what a mask is for.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
it
because
really is. It
it's-
really is. It's to protect other people, not necessarily yourself. Right. No, I agree. But it's to try to stifle, and I hate using the phrase getting back to normal, but to try to stifle the livelihood and the community of craft beer. If you're not okay with it, just don't go. Or go with the caveat that, hey, yes, I feel the need to be present, but I'm going to wear a mask. I'm not going to participate in anything more than I need to participate in while I'm there.
To anybody who's
And
listening to
that's it.
this and saying, what do we have any business talking about this? Okay, first of all, we put out a 0.5 every week that tells you about all the events you should go to.
Sure.
Okay, so we tell you to show up to
Correct.
brewery events and events revolving around beer. This was a comment that was made about the event, the
around
Craft Brewers
beer.
Conference.
Correct.
So
a national
it's
event, not just a local
a
event.
national
Yeah,
event.
Same thing.
So
Same thing.
By the way, it's something that I felt like we could go ahead and have a discussion about.
Right.
But also keep in mind that we are saying that we are absolutely, totally understanding of anybody who wants to take their own precautions.
Correct.
And that's where we are at this point, where you need to take your own precautions because, hey, we are open for business.
Yes.
That's the deal. We're open for business. So
You have to make a choice to where you either want to go into that place and do business there, or you have to decide not to. But that is your choice. Don't throw anyone else under the bus or try to persecute them for their choice
Right.
in what they are and are not doing.
And I totally get that the platform that they were making this statement on allows them the freedom to do so. And so that's fine.
Agreed. Agreed.
So show up to Valley Vineyards Beer and Wine Festival on June 3rd and 4th. We're going to have Naked Karate Girls on Friday, and then we're going to have
Nice.
Deviate for all your journey, musical needs on Saturday night. So Friday night is from 5 to 11, and Saturday is from 11 to 11. Yours truly will be hopping between both the beer booths, and I'm going to have a little help as well from one of the part-time brewers that we have. And so I won't be at Higher Gravity that week because I do have an obligation to Valley Vineyard Cellar Dweller, which I know, and I'm looking forward to one of the biggest events of the year for Valley Vineyard Cellar Dweller, and so I'm excited about it. And by the way, the Beer Wine Festival last June was awesome.
Nice.
I mean, it was
Bussin'?
huge.
Nice.
Huge.
So yeah,
and
definitely don't stop believing. Show up to Valley Vineyards and wear a mask if you want to, and just pull it down when you take your drinks.
Yeah, totally cool.
No one's going to judge you, and if anyone does, their opinion doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I respect everybody who's trying to take precautions.
Correct,
but
right?
Don't,
But
I
that's
don't.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
want
The people that respect someone else's decision aren't going to be judging someone else for wearing a mask. The people that are judging are the ones that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, there we go.
Who cares?
Anything else, Julia?
I want another rally cap.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, let's do it, Julia. Anything else to say on the subject?
Wear a mask if it makes you feel comfortable, if it makes you feel safe. If you feel good just going out there naked face, go for it.
Yeah. I'm all about naked
Again,
faces.
It's the people that are judging the
appropriate.
others are the ones that opinions don't really.
Well, the other thing I would say too is, look, I mean, continue to be
Be safe.
responsible, right?
Sure,
I mean,
sure,
if you're
sure,
not
sure.
feeling good, stay home. I mean,
Agreed.
if you got a fever, if you got a runny nose, if you got symptoms,
You can still
do what's
get free
right.
COVID tests.
Yeah,
just
do-
make sure you're good.
Do what's right, and be make sure to take care of yourself. And taking care of yourself may mean that you need to not be at work or not be amongst other people, and that's fine.
Take the day off, feel better, and protect everyone around you, not just yourself.
Yeah, it's big. It's bigger than yourself. It always has been, but
Now it's been acknowledged.
the old school, hard work ethic mentality, really in the long run did a lot to hurt productivity rather than
Help.
carry productivity on. So,
Agreed.
there we go. And that's what I got on that. And you know what? If you got comments or whatever, we've given our information in the long show. You can reach out to us and talk to us.
I'll give it again here in the brief one, truthbeerpod@gmail.com for email, at truthbeerpod at all of your favorite social media platforms. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Julia. Let's
Get another beer.
break this down and chill.
Hell yeah. Have a good one, guys. We will see you soon.
Bye.